Hi children, welcome back to the lesson interdependence between living and non-living things, biotic and abiotic components. In this lesson so far we discussed about how do the living things they depend upon the non-living things, and as well as how the plants are depending upon the animals and how animals are depending upon the plant, that we discussed in previous classes. And now in this session, and even we learned that how do the human activities they are disturbing the balance of the nature, how do they are making the imbalancing of the nature. Now we are going to learn that how to restore the balance in the nature, how can we remake the nature beautiful, right? So for this purpose we have several steps to make our nature beautiful again, right? So for these purposes we require to follow some rules and regulations, and let us discuss what are they. Here there are some steps that have been taken to restore the balancing of nature. So what are those? Number 1, first of all, our Indian government has taken steps towards the protection of the nature. Here particularly to protect the wildlife and wildlife variety of plants, animals, they constructed many sanctuaries and national parks. Sanctuaries and national parks are the places where the wildlife, animals and plants are get protected, and there is no more hunting will be allowed. No hunting will be allowed in national parks and as well as sanctuaries. Actually sanctuary is a smaller place, whereas national park is big in area when compared to sanctuaries. So these sanctuaries and national parks, they are constructed or they are started by Indian government, and this establishment is taken place to conserve or to protect the wildlife, whatever the animals that are in endangered position. What is meant by endangered? Endangered का मतलब क्या है? Endangered means they are in danger, means they are soon going to be distinct, okay na, they are going to be extinct. So to make it again live happily, we have to save the wildlife. So for that purpose Indian government it constructed national parks, and as well as sanctuaries, national parks and sanctuaries. These sanctuaries and national park, they protect wildlife, animals and as well as plants, and there is no hunting will be allowed, right? By doing this we can balance the nature. And some national parks in India, they include Jim Corbett National Park in Uttaranchal, Kanha National Park in Madhya Pradesh, Kaziranga Wildlife Sanctuary, it is sanctuary in Assam, and as well as Bandipur Sanctuary in Karnataka, and Periyar Sanctuary in Kerala. Once again I am repeating: Jim Corbett National Park in Uttaranchal, Kanha National Park in Madhya Pradesh, Kaziranga National Park or Wildlife Sanctuary in Assam, Bandipur Sanctuary in Karnataka, and Periyar Sanctuary in Kerala. These are the places where the wildlife is getting protected, right? So these are the steps taken by the government, and as well as the government has initiated one program of afforestation. Not only government, actually it is our responsibility to plant trees. Every one of us should plant a tree in our lifetime. Even in our lifetime अपना ज़िंदगी में एटलीस्ट एक प्लांट को what you call, we have to plant a plant, right? So then what happens? The total earth become greenery. So the government also has made several steps and efforts in this direction, and recent results show that the forest cover in our country has gone up. Actually it is near about 50 plus percentage, 50 plus percentage forest is there in India, in ancient India, but now it decreased to 33. Nowadays it become 29. So if you let it go like this, one day will come, there will be no forest in India. No more forest can be seen in India. So that's why the government has started afforestation program. Different states and different countries, now they started afforestation program to grow up the plants. So what happens, if you grow the plants, then automatically you will get fodder, carbon dioxide will be decreased, and oxygen, amount of oxygen will be increased, and nature become pure. So there are many benefits because of plants. So please, as a human, definitely it is your responsibility to plant a tree even in a lifetime. अपना ज़िंदगी में एक एक प्लांट को तो प्लांट करना पड़ता है, right? Maybe it is on your birthday, or it is on your any your interested event or interested situation. Then just simply plant a tree as a symbol of the day. Okay, I hope you all are good boys and good girls, you could do this, right? So plant a tree and pour water every day and look after the tree, right? That plant should become tree. If once it become tree, you may not eat the fruits of the tree, but later generation, the next people will enjoy the nature, right? So that is afforestation, to protect ourselves, to protect the nature, to bring the balance in nature. And next, it is very compulsory that every factory should install the equipment to reduce the amount of smoke released by them. So these electrostatic filters, by arranging electrostatic filters, that too in tall chimneys, the chimneys should be tall. Because of this tall chimneys, what happens, the ground level pollution will be decreased, right? Why? Because the hot air always moves up, smoke always moves up, right? So here, while releasing the smoke, they should arrange a filter, electrostatic filter here, which can able to stop the particles, dust particle here, and only empty smoke will go out, right? And as well as that is about the industries, and industrial should be shift out of the city outskirts. And next, by burning fuel, we release carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide, very poisonous gases, right? So in these vehicles, in these automobiles, we should install a great equipment called catalytic converter. Catalytic converter. This catalytic converter, what it do, it converts the poisonous gas into non-poisonous gas. Whatever the gas that is released by your bike, it is poisonous. If you use the catalytic converter, then poisonous becomes non-poisonous, and it won't cause any harm to anybody, right? And it reduces the air pollution. Have you understood? Right. And next, in cities, for example, India is a great country, and many cities are there. In cities like Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata, in these cities, the population increasing day by day, they are utilizing water more and more, so that the groundwater is decreasing, right? There is a lot of problem with groundwater. So what we have to do to recharge the groundwater? Simply, to increase the level of groundwater, we have to follow the rainwater harvesting method. What is that? Rainwater harvesting method means, in the buildings, on the top of the roof, we have to construct a pipeline. We have to give a pipeline. Then whatever the rainwater is collected on the roof, it could be sent into the underground, so that the underground water will be recharged. Have you understood, Nana? This is rooftop rainwater harvesting, it is called. We have to do rooftop rainwater harvesting method, and as well as we have to increase the open space rainwater harvesting on the roads. So that what happens, by harvesting this water, by storing this water, the ground, when they seep into the ground level, then what happens? Automatically the groundwater level increases. So instead of sending them into the drainage water, it is better to send them into ground, so that the groundwater level increases, and the water scarcity problem will be reduced because of this rainwater harvesting system. Right? By doing all this, we could able to take back the nature's beauty. Okay, so with this we gonna finish our lesson. What is that? Interdependence between living and non-living things. Have you understood, children? So here these steps should be followed to protect our nature, and every one of us should think like a human being. We should show our humanity. We should not kill the animals, we should not cut the trees. Why? Because all are interlinked together. So that's why it is our responsibility to protect our nature, right? So I hope you understood today's class. We'll meet in the next class, and this is the end of the chapter 14, right? In the next session we'll discuss the total lesson. Thank you, Nana.